Alrighty, we're back at it again with another live stream. This is Slow Dolo Talks, and I just want to get my watch time hours up. Got to reach 4,000. But the topic of the session, I'm gonna wait till somebody pulls up, wait till YouTube sends out those notifications, so y'all can tune in. Let me fix my phone holder. Wait till y'all pull up so we can get down to the topic of discussion. The topic of this live is Satan using love bombing to lower your guard and to deceive your heart. A lot of times people come into your life, out the blue, and they're quick to offer friendship and relationship, and you're just sitting back trying to figure out if you're someone that thinks and you're someone that observes a lot. You're going to wonder why this person is being so damn nice to you all the time. It's not really normal, for people to just randomly be all, giving and caring all of a sudden, you know. But you just like notice abnormal things about certain people. They just, they're acting nice, they're acting all caring and giving because there's an ulterior motive behind them being so nice. Because you just realize it's fake. It's fake when people are trying to offer you things and give you things out of nowhere. Um, and it's like they're trying to call you brother or sis or whatever the case is. And, you know, if anyone calls me brother and I don't really know them that well, I'm going to have my antennas up because I know that's not normal. You know, you don't call someone a brother or a sis, what I'm saying, if you don't know them well. You haven't took the time to establish much of a relationship or connection. So I'm someone that watches out for things like that with people and their over generosity and excessive compliments. And that's one thing you got to really be mindful of when it comes to love bombing is people will give you all these compliments and try to win you over so quick, but in the back of your mind, if you're smart enough, you've been through this enough, they're expecting something back in return from you. Okay? And they're not genuine people for the most part. If you're now just coming in, get the live stream a like up. Get the likes up, get the likes up. 16 people viewing, only 2 likes is unacceptable. What's up, Daniel? What's going on? I don't know, for some reason, it's just unusually hot out in November. It's like, I feel like November so far has been a very extremely hot month. It's like it's very abnormal how this weather has been going on these past few weeks. Like I don't even have an incentive to wear no damn sweater, no coat. If I wear me a damn hoodie, I'm gonna get sweaty real quick. That's how hot it is. Like my entire upper body is gonna be sweaty. It's crazy. Right now, I'm just heading to the park. Figure I'd come out with a live stream. I want to start, streaming a little bit more often. I figured that'd be the best way to get my watch hours up and have something to talk about. No, I'm in New Jersey, Daniel. I'm in NJ. And usually up in the north, it's usually very cold out in New Jersey around this time of year. But like I said, it's 80 and it feels like southern weather of how it would be you know, in the fall season. Like I said, it's just very abnormal. Let me look at what Entity said. Entity says, the moment I arrived here, there was no one. 3 seconds later, another 20 people arrive. How are you, bro? I'm doing good, man. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. Yeah, like I realized that too. It's when you go to a certain place like a store or like even just pulling up in a fast food drive-through, you realize no one's there. But like once you talking to the person ordering your food and whatnot, then you see like a bunch of people come right behind you in the drive-through. I don't know if that's happened to you a couple of times, but it's like it's very weird. It's like I'm the only one here at first, and seconds later, here comes everybody lining up. It's happened to me plenty of times. What park am I at? Um, it's called Imaginary Station Park, I believe so. I go to this park very often. It has a whole basketball court, um, playground for the kids and whatnot. It's a little chill area, nothing too major. Yeah, when it comes to people love bombing you and all that stuff, it's very easy to get caught up in people complimenting you all the time and offering their friendship. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's always a means to an end with certain people. It's always there's always some like alternative motive behind a person's niceness and their generosity. You know, like if you're gonna do something for somebody, um, do a good deed, make sure that's coming from the heart. Like, don't do something for somebody because you're expecting something in return. Because when you do that, you're not being genuine. And because you did something for somebody, you think you're entitled to other things from that person. Like you offered your kindness, you offered to do this. When you offer to do something for somebody, that's coming from your heart. But see, sometimes people like to trick you and pull a fast one on you, like just because you did that for them, now you got to do this. Now you got to do all these favors for that person. And it's like, okay, now you start seeing the true meaning of this person's like kindness and them giving you all these compliments and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, Daniel. Appreciate the subscription. Yeah, it's just another thing I cannot like. Another thing I don't like what people do is like when you're just busy, growing in your life and you're doing your own thing and you're just, staying on point, getting your life in order. And then certain people come into your life out of nowhere, right? And you don't really know the reason why they're coming in your life for. And they want to offer friendship, relationship, and all this stuff. right? Brotherhood, and I mean, that's cool and everything, but it's like you needed that the most when you didn't really have nothing in life, when you just kind of were at the bottom, and you needed folks around you to kind of keep you up, keep you going, and all that stuff. Keep your morale going, keep your morale strong. But then you just got to a point where you said, you know what, F it. My life is my responsibility. I gotta take things into my own hands. It is what it is. If no one's going to encourage me or support me, it is what it is. And then when you start actually getting on point with your life, then all of a sudden, here comes this person, that person. Now all of a sudden, you start attracting different people, right? Or sometimes people may come back into your life that you weren't on good terms with. You know what I'm saying? Like you just were not on good terms with that individual. And here they come out of nowhere. What y'all saying? Um, Hold on. Oh, thank you, Entity, for the $39 super chat. I really appreciate that. That's my first super chat that I ever received. And what you said? You said I broke up with my girlfriend around 4 months ago. I screwed it all up. Well, if you're taking accountability for that, then that's a good thing. If you were the cause of that breakup happening, then I think accountability is a great thing that you're showing. You know, I'm sorry to hear that though. I agree. Always do good deeds, not for yourself, for everyone. Exactly. Yeah, if you're gonna do good deeds, make sure it's coming from the heart, not because you want something back in return. And you can't do things to want to benefit yourself, you know, because that's how you sustain relationships with people. You got good intentions, people will pick up on that. You're not just doing things for people so that you can gain something back. How's life on your side, man? Look, man, I cannot complain. I'm just doing what I got to do. Keep going every single day. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I got God on my side and all that. I'm just getting my life in order. Thank you. Thank you for asking, though. Let's see. Daniel said I had a girlfriend. We broke up a while ago. She said it was her, not me, and I was confused. Yeah, a lot of man, I don't understand why a lot of women say that, where like y'all break up and then she goes with that famous one-liner, it's not you, but it's me. I don't know. I think that's all cap, in my opinion. Like I think they be capping every time they say that because it's the go-to thing to say. It's like I feel like that's just their way of getting at the relationship, in my opinion. You know, I'm pretty sure that's a narcissistic trait or being a narcissist. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I would have to look into that to see if that's actually a narcissistic trait. But it could just be she wasn't ready for a relationship, you know? See, sometimes I realize like when people they end the relationship, and it's mainly women that end the relationship, it's because they really have someone on the side that they're seeing, or they're probably just not ready for a relationship, or not mature enough to handle one. But 9 times out of 10, it's probably because they're seeing somebody on the side, you know. That's my thoughts on that. But yeah, any questions y'all got? Any more questions y'all got for me? Because I'm gonna be on here till the 30 minute. Yeah, about 30 minutes I'm gonna stay on here. Yeah, I don't think it's a narcissistic trait or being a narcissist that she says it's not you, it's me. I think that's not some trait or being a narcissist. And she says some women want more nowadays. I'm not trying to be sexist, but am I wrong? I dated 3 girls in my life, and I've done so much. Then they leave and go for someone else. Women back in the days would never. Yeah, like this is a different generation now where you can do a lot for somebody, for a woman, and they go for somebody else, you know. I feel like back in the day women were more loyal and had more respect for their man. But I think it's because of social media, technology. Women are very glued to their phones, you know, and they got Instagram, Facebook. They have options. They have a lot of options, and it's like they get too attached to what their options are, and they feel like they can do better. You know, if a woman's with me and she feel like she can do better, then hey, she can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't need her at that point because I'll be secure in myself, knowing okay, if I did everything I could do as a man to be there for her, provide support, show her love, and all that stuff, and she would still want to walk up and leave, hey, it's her loss. It's her loss, not mine. If you think the grass is greener on the other side, then go right ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. To get something in return is a narcissist or having a narcissistic trait, not about me breaking up with my girlfriend. How to get a girlfriend. What do you mean by that, Daniel? I don't know what you were trying to say there. Anthony says, be nice to them, treat them nicely, don't be overprotective, care for them, and help them with any problems they ask for help with. Don't be too attached, though. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to be too attached. Because if you feel like you always need a woman or you always need her in your life, then I feel that's just a recipe for her to walk out on you because you have this attachment. You know, play your part as a man, play up to your role to be, the leader, the protector, to be the strong one, the relationship, and all that stuff. But don't be too attached. You know, yeah, you got to build up that trust, and that takes time. Like trust is not an easy thing to build up on because nowadays we meet somebody new and we're not quick to trust that person. Same thing with the women. Like they may not be quick to trust us all the way. And trust is the most important factor in a relationship. So you got to take that time to build that trust up. Do I have a pet? Also, how do you get a girlfriend? Yes, I have 2 cats. They're both females. How do you get a girlfriend? Well, you gotta honestly, man, you gotta really work on yourself as a man. And get your life in order. You know, don't be so concerned with trying to chase after women, because the more you chase after ladies, the less attractive they're going to be to, to you, and they're just going to wind up running away. It's like they'll wind up resisting the more you try to chase, you know? Yeah. Like for me, I'm not really concerned with, getting a girlfriend right now. Like whenever that time comes, it's gonna come eventually, you know. Like I'm just focused on building myself up and getting myself in the right standing. By the way, man, I love the fit that you got on. I appreciate that, man. It's not too major, you know what I'm saying? Like I dress on a regular. I dress very normal. Like I don't be like going all out, and how I dress. I just keep shit normal, you know. I think like based off where you're at or where you're going, you're gonna like, upgrade your fit, you know. Like I know in New York, like people they go all out in their fit and what they dress. Like this part of Jersey that I'm in, like I don't have to really go all out how I dress. Like I'm very comfortable with normal clothes, a tank top, shorts, like street clothes. That's pretty much what I wear on a regular, you know. Yeah, I just go with what I'm comfortable with, exactly. Real talk, real talk. Yeah, have you guys ever had like friends or maybe a girlfriend has ever gaslit you or love bombed you in any type of way where it's like they would say things like, like, man, I really love you, and I really want to move in with you. Like after a whole week of meeting them, they just that's their question. Like they want to move in with you. Can we move in together? You know, I'm so in love with you. And mind you, like this is only a week. Like you're just now getting to know that person, and all of a sudden they want to like have a life with you. You know, let me know in the comments section. Let me see if y'all been through that. Because me personally, I wouldn't really believe a woman that says that through a text message. Like people can say, I love you and all this stuff, but that's love is an action word. That's not like something you just say and it automatically sticks. Like, nah, you got to show that love. You got to really, you know, be someone that takes action and showing that. Like people just think, oh, because they say I love you all the time. Nah, that don't mean anything. You got to show that with your actions. Never, not me. I'm too young to move out or with anyone, but I'm mature enough to do so, but never has someone said they loved or wanted to move with me. I'm more with like two or three friends that I trust. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So I'm gonna be on live for about 5 more minutes. I think every live that I'm gonna do going forward, it's gonna be about 30 minutes. Maybe about 2 minute overrun, you know what I mean?
I've had a couple of girls that I met online that they were definitely with the love bombing stuff. I'll tell you that right now. And it's like I never met them in real life. You know what I'm saying? And they just come out of nowhere with this whole lovey-dovey stuff and um, the excessive compliments and all that jazz. And yeah, you just can't be quick to trust that, you know? Like I've had a woman move in with me when I was younger and she had nowhere to go. Like her mom had like abandoned her type shit and she had no other place. So the only place that she had was my place and that lasts for about 2-3 months tops, you know. But in terms of a woman like coming out flat, like, you know, oh, I love you so much, I think we should move in together. Nah, that's never happened with me. But after a week or 2 weeks, nah, I'm not letting that happen. That to me, like, that's way too soon to be going that next level with somebody that you barely know, that you're just now getting to know. Nah. What's going on, Carol? 7687. She says, that's a red flag, my friend. Be with someone that wants to be with you for you, not someone that just is needy. You know what you bring to the table. Sometimes it's better to eat alone. That is a very, very, very good point. Very good point. You got to be with someone that's really genuine and honest with you. And not everybody has that quality about themselves. You know, most definitely. What she said there was facts. And you can tell when sometimes when someone is needy, like they're too needy to be in your presence and they need to always be around you all the time. Like that's not normal. You know, sometimes separation is good from your partner, from, you know, your girlfriend or boyfriend. It's normal to have that separation for a while to freshen things up. You know what I mean? Because when you're around someone all the time, like every minute of the day, it gets boring because then it's like y'all not gonna have that same energy or that same spark on like how it first started. Like how everything first started, everything was cool, it was fresh, like it was always good vibes, and like y'all had so much to talk about and do, but like being all attached and whatnot, like now that y'all up, you know, all of each other's neck 24/7, it's just, I don't know, it just gets kind of, you know, it gets boring after a while being around somebody like all the time and stuff. So you gotta have that time where you gotta have that, you gotta have that alone time that comes with both, it comes like with both parties, you know, because when y'all come back together after that separation period, it's like, okay, everything feels fresh again, everything feels new, there's more of that spark again, you know. I ain't got no freaking water in this car, man. Need some damn water. Yeah, many people will use your kindness as your weakness. If you feel in your gut that you're being taken for granted, go with it because you probably are. Yes, that's facts. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and that's how people can get in. Usually, the best way for someone to get into your life is with excessive compliments and being overly nice, and you know, And if they see that you're kind-hearted, you know, they'll definitely take advantage of that. Because some people are just looking for an opportunity, or they're just looking for a way in your life. You know what I'm saying? And, to take up your time, take up your energy. And it's like, yeah. But always go with your gut when you feel like someone is just trying to use you for something. And the way they're going about trying to enter into your life, it's not normal. Because you can tell when someone, genuinely wants to be your friend for the right reasons, not because they're looking for something in return, or you know they have an ulterior motive, they have a hidden agenda, and all that stuff. Entity says, something that I have managed to understand is that once I'm out of school, life will be tougher. You need to get a good job to take care of yourself. Most kids aren't even prepared for that. Yeah, that's a must right there. Most definitely. Like, once you leave school, it's hard to prepare, especially if you don't have a structure or a foundation. For me, like, when I graduated high school, I didn't have a plan. I had no plan for a career. I had nothing really going for me. My path, it seemed very uncertain and all that. Like, I felt lost once I graduated, because I didn't have that foundation, you know. And then once you get out of school, now you're gonna learn how to navigate and all that stuff. And the only thing I was really focused on was just getting a job. Like, I wasn't really focused on going to school right away. I felt like, okay, if I'm gonna get any type of experience with people, customer service or whatever, like, I gotta get me a regular job. Like, that's probably the best way to start, is get a job. You're gonna start at the bottom and work your way up, you know. As life progresses, like, yeah, you'll find out what you are really meant to do. It takes a lot of time, though, to discover that. But for me, going to school was impossible because I didn't have money, you know. But I'm thinking about going back to school, a trade school specifically, to learn a real life skill, like plumbing, welding, whatever career, interests me, piques my interest. You Trade school has been something I've definitely been considering, and it wasn't something I was considering like right after high school, because I was in a place where I didn't know what the hell I wanted. But I'm 28 now, so I think I have a good idea what I want out of life now. Shout out to the UK. Okay, we got someone from the UK viewing. That's what's up. The last year, if high school could hold on, the last year of high school should change, to give children a year to prepare themselves for their futures. It would make a lot less of a struggle. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, I know for me, like, my school did not do that. They did not put things in place to prepare you for the future, to make sure you're good, you have everything that you can figure out, you know, because most schools do not prepare you for the real world. You know, they don't prepare you the right way. And you just got some teachers, to be perfectly honest, they don't really care as much about the kids. Like, you got some teachers that really care, that really do their job, but they're not. There's teachers that just don't have that incentive or that passion, for children's futures and stuff. But I think it comes down to the school system. you know. They don't really have the best, the kids' best interest, right? They don't have the best interest of young people, you know. But that's facts what you said there, because there's definitely a lot of there's definitely a big struggle with people finding themselves after high school and getting themselves accustomed to the real world and being prepared for it. Carol says another big red flag is when someone tells you there's a problem early into meeting them and says things like, I feel like I've known you for years and I consider you one of my best friends. Be very careful. I feel like I honestly I feel like I'm going through that right now. Like straight up, I'm definitely somewhat uh in a friendship like that right now, where someone is trying so hard to be relatable to me, and the way they're trying to consider me like a brother is by you know relating to me in some type of way, like comparing their struggles to my struggles. And you know it's just one of those things where it's like they can use that to get closer to you, like whatever struggle you went through in your life early on. And they talk about how they went through a similar thing, like you know it's like, okay, now all of a sudden y'all struggles are kind of similar, they're kind of the same. But are they really just saying that just to say that, or are they saying that because they want to get closer to you in that sense, right? But be very careful with people like that. I agree. Most definitely. Because sometimes people can use your own problems and, you know, and think that they can have the solution and help you all the time, but it's not really to help you. That's just them trying to get involved into your life, you know, and they feel like they've known you for years. Like, nah, they haven't known you long enough. That's just a lie to get closer to you. Schools prepare you how, what, tie, calculate, x plus y, etc. That's not getting you ready for the future. That's giving them useless knowledge that they won't ever use again. Schools need to teach children properly and teach them how to treat people, how to do simple maths, not a pie chart, how to make friends, how to speak properly, how to be respectful, stuff like that, how to get good jobs. That's what needs to be taught. Agreed. Like they got to have programs put in place for like just basic skills on how to get ahead in life and how to be, you know, a stand-up individual, a good speaker, like you said, how to treat people, how to, math, simple math, add, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That's all basic stuff that we can take and apply it to real life. But all the rest of that stuff, all the rest of the advanced math problems, that's really doesn't, that's not going to help nobody. It's not going to get you far into life, you know. But I agree with that, most definitely. Yep, and just be very mindful of what they say. Take it slow because they could be genuine. They could be genuine, but they could also be waiting to take advantage of you at any moment. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, and don't be so quick to tell everyone everything. Don't be so quick to tell your problems in the beginning to people. You know, because like I said, they can use it against you. You know, and I did say in the title of this live stream, Satan can use love bombing to lower your guard, deceive you, deceive your heart. And that it's very important for people to know that, to know this, because a lot of the times people are using love bombing to get into your life the easy way. Not into it, not a genuine way. You know, and so yeah, there's definitely more to learn about love bombing, but it's something you have to like pick up on early on with people, just based off what they say, how they say it, the language they use. That's all things you got to watch out for. If you're someone that's observant, you'll catch on to it pretty quickly, you know. But you need to build up that relationship with people to get real personal, I suppose, tell them your past and all that. Another red flag is when you tell people your personal things that you went through in life, like you open up to them, your life story and whatnot, you bring that all to the table with them, and they don't talk about themselves, they don't get personal about themselves, or they don't talk about none of their struggles that they went through. That's also a red flag that you got to watch out for. Because if you're the one talking about all your life issues and what you've been through and what you overcame, and they don't talk about none of that stuff with you, oh yeah, you definitely got to watch out for that person. You know, definitely watch out for that individual, because they're not trying to make themselves vulnerable. You know, but there's a time and place though to be vulnerable and to be observant and to not lower your guard. And that's how I move nowadays with people. I try not to lower my guard so easily. I feel like recently I had to lower my guard with someone that I kind of knew for a while, but like we weren't really hanging out as much. And we recently just started talking on the phone and hanging out for a little bit after a couple years of not hanging out. But I'm still in the stages of getting to know this person. But yeah, sometimes you just get to a point where you talk about your past, and you see if they're going to talk about their past and open up, right? Like, I understand the limit, etc. Something costs $1867 and you have 2016. That's something useful. Hold up. Oh, how to spend money properly, not to waste on something that looks cool. Yeah, exactly. Always invest your money wisely. And narcissists have a way of reeling you in without you even realizing it. Yep, exactly. Most definitely. Yeah, like Satan, he uses love bombing to deceive you and lower your guard so you don't pick up on certain signs. Like everything that you think is a green flag with certain people, showing kindness and being quick to involve you into their life so early. Yeah, don't take that as a green flag. Like, be observant and question certain things. Like this one friend, I'm gonna just say this real quick, then I'm gonna get off here. Been on here over 40 minutes. Holy crap. But there's one friend that I just now started talking to again after a couple years. Um, he was saying some things like, "Yeah, man, yeah, bro, you've been on my mind for quite a while now." Um, and he said this through the text message, and when we met in person and caught up a little bit, and there was just something weird, like a weird feeling inside. I had this like very suspicious feeling once he said that. Like, yeah, I've been praying for you and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, okay, a little bit overwhelming. Um, and I had to question him, like, I appreciate that and all that jazz, but what made you have me on your mind? Like, I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not normal. Like for someone to say that, oh yeah, you've been on my mind for quite a while. But why is that? What's the reasoning? You know? So I kind of looked at that as a red flag. And someone that prays for you a lot, like, are they really praying for you? You got to wonder, you know? Because there's always like some devious intentions behind that, you know? And mind you, like, this guy has a family. He has a wife. He has a life, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's not alone at all. He's not single. He has a wife, you know, he has much of a life and some things going on and whatnot, but it's like I just found it suspicious for me personally. Because no one has ever said that to me, you know. And it's just one of those things where it can trigger an emotional uh it's like an emotional trigger for you. For someone to say that to you, it's like it's an easy way to get into your heart and to lower your guard, you know. So let's see what y'all say in the chat. Yeah, well, man, it was amazing being here and talking to you. I need to head out. It's getting late. All right, man. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, Entity. I appreciate the super chat that you sent through. Yeah, you have a great day. Yeah, guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning into this live stream. Been on here long enough. It was good. It was good talking to every one of y'all. Entity, Carol, Daniel. Yeah, y'all have a blessed day, and you know, more content to come. If you are new, subscribe for more videos. This is Solo Dolo Talks. I'm out, and y'all have a blessed day. Peace.